No one's watching. Which you would figure. How is the easiest way to do this? It's actually like this. 0 viewers. And no mics, unfortunately, guys. Because we are using the USB on the camera. Oh, we got our first 2 viewers. Amazing! Amazing. I'm just going to plug in the camera here. And, oh, it says here I'm live and that we got 2 viewers. I'm just trying to get the phone to stand here without dropping.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe you should turn off the volume, Henrik. Because we can view comments. Okay, we got 1 like. Wow. Wow. Okay, I think this is as good as it will get.
I think it's in a weird direction.
The camera?
I don't know. I mean, if I do, no, it says it's looking.
Said the direction is locked. Rotate the unit back. What? How's it looking on there now? Oh, it's because it's streaming like it's a fucking phone. So it wants to stream like this. Well, this is not easy. Can we make that different? So there's a lot of learning here right now. Ooh, here we are. So what do we do? Boom, boom, boom. Maybe we have to do it like this. I don't know. I thought you could turn it sideways. Like this. It just tells me, rotate back. Okay. Well, we're going to do that then. And, okay, can you hold the phone? Wow, this is great. What a start. Let's see.
Well, you haven't been doing this for a long time, so.
We haven't done a live stream in I don't know how long. So if we do it like this, then it should be sideways. Well, this is actually kind of crap. So let's go down for something like this. It almost needs to lay down. Oh, come on. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Now we should be on track. I actually thought we could stream from phones in a normal direction, but we can't. So it's going to be like this with the tall side up. And can we just do this? Can you hold it again? Film yourself.
Film myself.
Yeah. Wow. Welcome to Amateur Land. Why is this not? Okay, like this, I think. Okay. Now we should get it to work. What did I just press there? See, this is also because we're going live directly on YouTube. So because it's directly on YouTube, you don't have the same features. I need something maybe like this. Yeah, I think there we go. Because it's on YouTube directly. Was that better? Am I in frame? Oh, it's lagging a little bit behind. But because it's not directly... What was I saying? Usually when we streamed in the past, it would be, if it was with a phone, you could have it both sideways, the camera, or you could have it whatever way you wanted. But I guess when you stream from your phone now, it's like this. Maybe I actually need to scoot in a bit. Can I lift the bed? Yeah, there we go. Now we should be in frame. So, we're live from Kyoto.
Yeah.
Japan. Yeah, look at that. That works. And we can follow comments. I think we did live comments. 0 comments so far, but 4 people viewing. Amazing. I know time differences right now around the world are weird. So I think we'll just go ahead and try some craft beer from Japan.
Yeah.
In this live stream. So we're in Kyoto now. We started the trip in Tokyo, went to Nagoya, then Takayama, then Shirakawa-go.
Chicago. Yeah.
and then Kanazawa, and then Osaka, and then Kyoto. And then tomorrow we leave, and it's not just been one. Some places it's been one day, other places it's been a handful of days, 4 days, whatever. But then tomorrow we're going to Hiroshima, and then we're going to be going to Fukuoka, and after Fukuoka we fly back to Tokyo before going home. And we've tried quite a few Japanese beers
Yeah.
so far.
Some
And
bars and breweries.
yeah, tap rooms and whatnot. And we even got to go to 2 beer festivals. So the first beer festival we went to was this one, Craft Beer Holiday in Osaka. So we did not know that this festival was a thing. We randomly met some brewers at Torn Craft Beer Bar in Osaka from Fukuoka and Phil Brewing in Okinawa. And we hung out. We ended up talking because they asked us where we're from and whatnot. It's like, we're from Denmark, we're brewers. And they're, oh, we're also brewers. And then they were like, are you going to the beer festival at Osaka Castle? I was like, there's a beer festival at Osaka Castle? Only with breweries from Japan. So they're like, you guys should go. So we did that on the end of our sightseeing that day.
Yeah.
Which was very fun.
Very nice.
And then the day after, or was it 2 days after? Maybe 2 days after. We also went to another
I
festival.
think actually it was the day after.
Was it? No, I think we had a break in between.
The days start to
Blur
blur
together.
together.
When you're drunk. We went to this festival, Minobia's festival. So Minobia had their 28th anniversary, and they threw a big party where you could try basically all of their beers.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. And we also got to tour their brewery, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing us around, guys. So yeah, we just had a great time so far beer wise. I'd say it's been. Did we get some? A little hello, Franz Müller. Hello, Franz. So we've had a great time drinking beers, and we also have some top picks for breweries in Japan already.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think the top of the crown right now is West Coast Brewing,
Mm.
but we also haven't drunk Uchu yet.
No.
We won't be drinking Uchu until the very end in Tokyo.
Yeah, the last day.
Yeah, but and then I think maybe the shared second place is Phil Brewing from Okinawa was really good, and alongside Mahu also from Okinawa. They did very modern beers, both of them.
Probably the best IPA or
Yeah.
the hazy IPA we've had in Japan.
Yeah, it was really good.
With no other even coming close to that.
Yeah, and we had their beers really good, and then I think second, or maybe that's a shared second place, and then a shared third place is Mino and Twin Peaks.
Mm.
Twin Peaks is really cool because it's a brewery with a German head brewer, a Japanese craft brewery with a German head brewer, focusing on German styles and doing them really well.
Yeah, that was really nice.
But the German styles and lagers and stuff at Mino were also done really well. Seemed like the same level. And then we tried a lot of other stuff that was also decent, but the quality has always been good. But the Japanese are not too into intense flavor unless it's like really niche. So a lot of IPAs and things like that often are a little bit mild.
Yeah.
So therefore we're going to start off with something that's a little bit more mellow. And arguably our favorite macro beer of the entire trip, because honestly that's probably what we had most of.
Yeah.
Because when you go to random izakayas and ramen shops and things like this, you don't get craft beer, or you rarely do, at least in the places we've been. So we got Kirin Ichiban. They're premium beer, Kirin's Prime Brew. Before going, this was my favorite Japanese macro beer. And drinking it in Japan, it's still my favorite Japanese macro beer.
Yeah.
And why? Well, you kind of know why.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, because it's more to the hoppy side.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
More bitter, more hoppy. So yeah, we got a little bit of dirty glassware action. I see. Should be okay. We're filming with a camera phone with a slow connection. You guys won't see anyways. So this is arguably I'd say you actually played it well.
Yeah, I did. I did so
Come on,
well.
come on. And thanks, Hans. We are really enjoying our trip. So here we are.
Mm.
Arguably the best macro beer of Japan, I'd say, that's readily available. They do make one that's a little bit more fruity on the hop character, which is called Baumeister.
Mm.
We only saw that in one place, and that was on tap at their brewery bar, next to the tap room next to the brewery in Yokohama.
Yeah.
So let's cheers in some
Cheers.
Kirin Ichiban.
Mm. You can just slam this.
Yeah. I'll give it to the Japanese on these macros. They're super clean and they're quite well made. Most of these breweries have long inspiration from German brewers. Kirin was started by German brewers, so there's some German heritage to a lot of their lagers. Of course, they become macroified, but I think this is just nice and crisp.
Yeah, and the brewery tour was really fun as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very immersive and basic knowledge. If you drink Kirin, it says first press on the beer, and they talk about how they basically they don't do just first runnings, so taking the first bit of the wort, but they sparge once to not dilute too much, so you get a sweeter wort, and then you got like to taste wort that was done like that and wort that was over sparged, and one tasted like wort, the other one tasted like wort with water.
Yeah.
That also seems like a little bit of marketing.
Yeah.
Because if you ever brew beer yourself, or try beer at a craft brewery, a lot of times
it will be
the taste of the first, runnings thing we had at the brewery. And then it's a really nice tour. They talk about the history. We were just dumb enough to not pick up the brochure in English because everything is in Japanese. So we were just standing, oh, nice. Oh, hops. Yeah, we know those. I mean, we didn't, and there was like a lot of animations, like when you viewed the kettle, it projected like animations on the brewing process down. Well. Yeah, huge brewing hall. It projected down the brewing process on the machinery. With projections, which has been a big thing for theme parks and one like these projection things here. And then you finish the tour with Kirin Ichiban. And it was that. We tried that. We tried the premium Kirin or whatever. Like that was Ichiban, which is the famous one. And then there was one that was called Premium. And then a Kirin Black, which we haven't seen anywhere.
No,
I haven't seen that in cans.
Yeah.
Which was very nice. And then all of that plus a gift.
Yeah.
For 500 yen.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
What a deal. That is like. That's like 30 crowns. 40 crowns for a tour per person for 3 full beers.
3 full beers
and a
gift and a can
to take home.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus. That was, but it's also very timed. There's like when you sit down for the tasting, you have a set limit to drink.
I think we had like 15, 20 minutes, something like that.
Like, and after the time is up, you need to leave.
Yeah.
Which is just very much in the Japanese vein of their systems. That's also something here. Everything has to be in a system.
In a line.
Gotta be in a line and all this.
Yeah.
So that was really fun though.
Yeah, that was actually one of the highlights of it was fun to try.
Yeah.
And the place we were as well was pretty cool as well.
The tap room?
Yeah.
Where we got to try that Baumeister, which is their interpretation of the German Pils.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Kirin Ichiban. We also haven't seen that anywhere but at the brewery. I'm guessing it's maybe just more of a premium brand.
Yeah.
But they only sold it there, but that one was quite nice. It was very similar to Ichiban.
Yeah.
The normal version. Just an ounce more bitter and more hoppy and floral.
Yeah, that was actually very good.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't seen it on cans or anything, so...
No.
I mean, maybe that is one of their exclusive for the tap room. I don't know. And the tap room was very beautiful as well.
Very European
style.
Very
European style, yeah. Brick building.
Yeah.
Red brick building. and everything. Yeah.
In Yokohama, there's a lot of these red brick buildings that are very European inspired,
Yeah.
which is really fun to see. But yeah, so that was great, and this is the beer they gave us, the gift. Kieran's Prime Brew. It says on both. But I actually have no clue what the real name of this one. I think it's Prime or
Yeah.
Premium. I mean, they have so many beers uh, with like all these brand name. There's also one which is green. I forget the name, but it's like It's not a Japanese rice lager because there's too much rice in it to be a rice lager.
Yeah.
It's called something Han something.
Yeah.
Which some of the big breweries do, where they use a whole lot more rice in the grist.
Yeah.
And it's like really crisp and light, but it has some hoppiness to it.
Yeah, it's almost an American light lager or something.
Yeah,
almost.
But I think there's more rice in that than American light lagers.
Perhaps.
It was like up to 60%.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this one says brewed from only the first press of jet, so it's basically the same. Yeah. It's just a different brand. So the first one Ichiban, and I think this is premium, but everything is in Japanese lettering. So
yeah,
I'm not sure. And we got a can each, so we already tried one.
Yeah.
So we know
what to expect.
Yes. And don't worry, we don't only have a macro lager.
No.
We also got some craft to try.
Yeah, we're starting out light.
Yeah. And actually thinking of that, maybe this was actually the beer we should have started with.
Maybe.
Because I think this was a little bit lighter in flavor.
But the color is a bit darker, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Not a lot. Maybe a little bit darker. So, yeah, I'm guessing it's prime or premium.
I think it's just prime.
There's a birth called Prime. Kieran's Prime Brew.
But this
Kieran's
is,
beer. Kieran Ichiban.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then it says something zero, but it's not alcohol free.
No, it's on 5%.
So I don't know what the deal is with that. And the other one says 100%. Maybe it's just a commemorative can of Kieran Ichiban. No, because I found it online.
We can taste it, then we can tell.
It's definitely not the same beer.
Not at all.
It's less rich. This feels like a light lager.
It's much lighter. Yeah.
Much lighter hop flavor. Really refreshing.
But cleaner. No, not cleaner, but more. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But I think it's just lighter.
Yeah, it's a little bit watery. I mean, I must say, Kirin Ichiban, when we've been out places eating, and they only had Asahi or whatever, if they had Ichiban on bottle, we would get bottles of Ichiban instead of Asahi on glass often. Yeah. Although there's a lot of both. Yeah. And then we also had Ebisu, premium or superior or whatever it's called. That was a little bit close to Kirin, I think, because that also had some bitterness to it.
Yeah. I think it's definitely better than some of the macro things we can get back in Denmark.
At least it's not like clinically clean and like tinny macri, whatever, like hop extracty. I think they make a point of using only the finest raw materials still. They talked about this, how well, they probably use some extracts and whatnot. I mean, most bigger breweries use stuff like that in their beer. But yeah, they have a lot of different lagers. They also have one called, can you update it maybe? I don't know.
I think it does.
It actually updates. Yes, yeah. We're still going.
We're in 5 views now.
Whoa. Whoa. And I think it's like in the morning in the States.
Yeah, and it's like 1 o'clock in Europe, something like that right now. So yeah, people at work.
Yeah. People can watch this after as well. Yeah. So watch the shenanigans.
Yeah.
We didn't get any Strong Zero.
No, we didn't.
No.
Well, we have tasted it. We have tried it.
So Strong Zero is the shenanigan starter.
Crazy cheap.
Crazy cheap, 9%, and it tastes like soda water, sparkling water, with lemon.
There's
no trace of alcohol.
There's no trace of alcohol. You can't tell that if somebody gave me that and didn't tell me how many percent, I would just think it was a soda.
And the Japanese love their soda-based drink, like sparkling water and then something in it. Like highballs, which is with whiskey,
water,
Also,
Sparkling
like
water
we
and
had
whiskey.
we've had it on tap a couple of times where it's just been like, okay, yeah, this is just like sparkling water with a hint of whiskey flavor.
Yeah.
But we did had some good highballs that taste like whiskey, and the spin-offs.
The ginger highballs was
Ginger
actually
highballs
really
have been
nice.
good, and
Yeah.
we've also had some ume highball, but I
Mm.
think that was made with umeshu, so maybe it was called umeshu sawa.
Mm.
Sawa, that's how it's
Sour.
So they do that as well, which is like cocktails type or drinks. I think what do you call them? Tall drinks or something like that. Mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Because they're not really
long
fancy-
drinks.
Long drinks. Because
Yeah.
they're not really cocktails the same way.
No.
And then the other thing is chuhai.
Yeah.
Where it's based on a spirit called soju,
Mm.
which is basically kind of distilled sake, but you could also it can be distilled any kind of fermented grain, potato, yams, like whatever, and then they mix that with flavors and soda water. We had one which was with grapefruit, which was really good.
Yeah.
5%. It was really refreshing. And then the big thing with a lot of those is that they're not sweet.
Mm.
They're like dry.
This is really nice.
Although we've definitely also had some sweet beverages.
Yeah.
But yeah, feel free if you guys have questions about Japan, the trip, what's been going down, anything, let us know. I know we're not a lot of people in the stream, but maybe we'll get more down the line. Let's see. So if you have any questions, you can leave them down below. I think this is the first live stream in over a year. Like ever since I had kids.
Yeah.
No live streams. It's like no time for anything. Almost. Besides a 3-week trip to Japan.
Yeah.
And I must also say, so far, I'm really warmed up for another trip. I'd love to bring my family and go here, but we need to save up money for a while. Going 4 people is not cheap.
No.
Although being here, you can do it quite cheap.
Mm.
We've done it like mid-range.
Yeah.
We've been out to some really good restaurants, but we've also just gone to like ramen shops and stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's really cheap. A couple chains.
Yeah, like 1,200 yen ramen, stuff like that, which is crazy good deal.
Really, really cheap, and apparently that's expensive because we're in a touristy area. In Kyoto.
Yeah.
So when we go even further west, when we end up in Fukuoka, will be really fun because that's where Hakata style ramens come from. Where the most famous ramen that people try to make online and a lot of restaurants try to recreate is tonkotsu ramen, the pork-based thick soup.
Yeah,
that comes from there.
Milky white.
Yes, or a little bit brownish.
Yeah,
but that comes from there, and I've tried making that myself quite a few times, and it's really good. But it can be very stinky when you cook it.
Yeah.
But if you do it right, it will taste like confit pork, liquid confit pork.
And we've never had like a proper one in Denmark or in Europe.
No. It's like it's the most indulgent of the ramens, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fun because it's like the one I had my main focus on in the beginning. Otherwise, for ramen, we actually haven't ate a lot because there's so many cuisines to try.
Yeah.
So the first
we had a lot on our bucket list as well that we wanted to do, and there are only so many meals in a day that you can do.
I mean, you could just walk around eating all day, but I already think we put on weight on this trip because we've ate a lot of good food.
We've also been walking a lot, so
we have.
Yeah.
But the only place we had ramen so far before today was in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Where we had a great duck-based ramen, which
one of the
that's the best ramens we had.
Yeah, and probably in my life.
Yeah, and it was a fairly new place, and it was a small mom and pop style shop.
Yeah.
In Shinjuku.
Yeah.
And it was one of the highest rated on Tabelog. I think it was number 1 for ramen in the area, and we went there, and it was just like the broth.
Yeah.
Just had pure liquid duck flavor.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Like roasted duck flavor.
Yeah.
It was so amazing.
Yeah.
And there was duck chashu.
Yeah.
So the chashu is the pieces of meat in the ramen, and that was on top. And then we also had the ramen egg.
Yeah.
That was just really good. And we also had dumplings in that.
Yeah. And we were the only people there.
Yeah, we were there early, but we were the only people there.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. It was so good. And then today we went to a place that was also, I think we just found a hole on the live stream. Okay, we're back.
It might just be my phone as well.
Okay. Is it? It's going. Okay. Yeah. So we had Chinese style ramen today. At
Yeah.
least it was inspired by China, and it was a soy-based ramen, which was really good as well.
Mm.
Where the broth was like black.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be salt hell because I thought it was like loads of soy sauce. But apparently they charred it was pork based. They char the bones a lot, and so. Oh, hello! It's not safe to swim. Cheers from Vermont. You guys have a fun trip. Yes, amazing.
Should I see if I can actually show a few pictures? If that it will even work? I'll try it.
Well, you can just show it to the screen.
Yeah.
That was the ramen.
See if that works. That was the ramen today.
With a raw egg on top. It looks like black, the soup. But apparently the char, like it tastes like smoky char burnt. It's not burnt, but it's on the edge of burnt flavor. Because they apparently like heavily char the pork bones for the stock. And then it was one of the first soup-based dishes we had with no fishy flavor.
Yeah.
Because everything is based on like bonito and dashi and things like that. And that was not the case here.
No.
And then the most amazing chashu in there was really good.
Yeah.
We just did something stupid because we ate some. I was like, we should try and do something with this. And then there was usually there's some seasonings here. That was white pepper, sichimi, I think it's called, which is like a red pepper. I think they call it Japanese five spice, which is a red pepper mix. And then was also this paste that looked like chili.
Yeah.
And we just put in like a teaspoon, and it just turned into fire water. It just became so spicy. So I think we ruined it a bit.
But, yeah, well, we got to try it without it as well.
Yeah,
so it was good, and we both like spicy food. So it was actually I took just a tiny spoonful of that, and it just got fiery hot.
Yeah, fiery. So the next one here will be interesting. This is Kieran as well. The final macro, Kieran White. And what's interesting here, it says that it's a beer brewed only, it's the same as always, and is their interpretation of a vit, I think.
Mm.
But I might be wrong, because I just saw this so many places. I've not looked it up prior to today. So this is pure guessing. But when it says white, I'm thinking it's a vit beer, because white vit beers are kind of famous here. There's a few. And we also found out, I think, Yoho Brewe and Hitachi no Nest are not independent anymore.
No, yeah.
Or at least they're semi-independent or something. Because at Kirin, they were selling like draft systems and all kinds of stuff with those brands. And Hitachi no was the first Japanese craft beer I ever had.
Yeah.
In Europe. Alongside something called Baird beer. So I was a little bit shocked to see that. But why not? I mean, big breweries buy up small breweries all the time, all over the world. So
let's see how this is.
We had some really good vit beers here from a lot of smaller breweries. That's also a style maybe that's easier to do where you don't need to go ham on hops. Like I think the big thing why some IPAs have been a little bit disappointing for us is because they've been quite mild.
Yeah.
Like they've lacked that punch of hops that you're used to from American and European breweries. So
it also seems that there has been quite a lot of German-style beer here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Although, this is not German. This is Belgian.
Mm.
It smells like nothing. There's like next to no aroma here. I can't smell anything.
No. Cheers.
Let's see. There's some fruitiness.
There is some
Maybe
fruitiness,
this is coriander.
Yeah.
It feels really macro.
Yeah, it does.
Like just stick to Ichiban if you wanna drink it.
Yeah, it is definitely the best of the bunch that we've had from Kirin.
It's what's closest to like a proper German pils.
Yeah.
This is. If you got this blind, you'd be like, "What is this?" Not a pills, because there's something weird milky about it, meaty, fluffy, something. But it's not It almost tastes like a American pale wheat ale.
Yeah.
In some ways, maybe that's what it's inspired by, because we've also seen a lot of marketing here for Blue Moon, and then something that we tried at a rock bar, SEMA,
Oh yeah, SEMA.
which was big in the States in the
Yeah, and now you can only get in Japan.
Yeah, it was back for a brief period in the States. Now it's only in Japan. And what was it? It was a malt-based,
Yeah.
hard.
Well, it wasn't that hard, was it?
No, it's 5%.
5%, yeah.
4.5. But
Tasted like Sprite.
But it tasted like Sprite. But it was based off of malt. So I don't know how that is. Like how
There was no malt flavor in it.
And it was clear white. So it's probably like distilled grain spirit.
Yeah.
That's mixed with flavors. I saw it, and the reason why is because I've seen Joe from Jow's Arcade.
Yeah.
He's been drinking those, or he did a couple of years ago. He's like, let's drink some SEMA. He's like, this was nostalgic when they brought it back, and I was like, I need to try this. So the first thing I also did when we had that was I sent Joe a picture, like, we're getting some SEMA. Is it SEMA? SEMA? I think
it was SEMA. Yeah.
So one of the first, I guess, alco pop type drinks.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not anything special.
No, I'm looking forward to the next beers that we're gonna have.
Yeah, I think the next will be much better.
Yeah.
Because the next are gonna be craft beers, which is something we got 6 viewers now. Holy cow! Yeah, awesome. Oops, I did something. So the next beers I think will be more fun. A couple of them have been. I should stop. What am I doing? Are we still live?
We are live.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm scrolling in the video.
Yeah.
We're still live.
We are still live.
We got 6 viewers.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next beers are Japanese craft beers. And I think they're going to be a whole lot better. So what makes sense to start with? Maybe the Helles?
Yes.
Or if we should stay in the wheat theme, there's also the peach Weizen.
Let's do the peach Weizen then, which is from Mino, right?
Yeah, so Mino was really kind. We gave them some beer from Bad Seed because we traveled all the way to Japan with about a lot of cans.
Yeah, a lot of cans.
Yeah.
Which we have to declare actually when we
got
here, which was a fun experience
as
well.
So fun. We had to declare these fucking cans because
we could have not done that, but I mean I was like feeling we should do it safely just to make sure. I mean that would have been a bad way to start the trip, getting busted with too many cans of beer going into the country. Yeah, so we declared it, and it was like 14 Danish crowns, which is like €2 per person. We made a massive line. We made a massive line in the airport, and we had to first declare each bag, go to a counter, pay in cash, get a receipt, and then I had to go back to help Henrik because he didn't know the size of the cans. Oh yeah. They had to stay with the counter. Because you had to declare the exact amount in milliliters, didn't you? Yeah. So. And we could just set some random numbers because they just wanted us to get through. Yeah. You could see they were annoyed, but we were being honest, so we were actually being really respectful to Japanese culture there. Yeah, because I mean you can almost take nothing like alcoholic into the country. What was like 3 cans or something like that? Yeah, it was like it was 3 620 milliliter bottles. Yeah, because the size of a normal sake bottle or something like that. That's what you could bring into the country. Otherwise, you'd have to declare it and pay taxes, which we did. Yeah. And when the tax is like that, it's like whatever. Yeah. And they didn't even look at what we had in our bags as well. No. So they, yeah. So, but this will be the first craft beer, and maybe see the things we can't translate all this. Like in Japanese, it's 5% and 12 IBUs, and well, I don't have a bottle opener. Well, we can do it the Danish way. We'll do it the Danish way. So this is one of the gifts we got from Mino Beer, which is their peach Weizen. There's a lot of seasonal drinks in Japan, and they're huge into themes, season themes, limited edition themes, both in food and everything. I actually do have a bottle of them. Oh, you do? Yeah, right here. Oh wait, maybe I actually also have one in my backpack. Oh yeah, you go. There you go. I have one here. Of course, it's do you want to say more about beer? Yeah, well, you can open it. I can try it. So there's a huge thing with seasonal specials, special drinks, promotions, special because there's all kinds of different foods in different seasons. And when it's peach harvest season, there's a lot of things with peach. Peach sake, peach beers, whatnot. The time we're here is the fall. Okay, that bottle opener.
I broke the bottle opener. And it's even a what is it from? The Cigar City bottle opener, and it broke on the first one.
Where did you get that?
I don't remember, but that sucks, man. Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll do it the Danish way. Wow, that's a bird.
Yeah, it's good. It's really stuck on there. Come on. Oh, that almost hit me.
There you go.
Yeah. So don't buy a bottle opener from Cigar City. It will break.
Maybe you had it for too long.
I've used this once.
Okay.
So I don't know.
But yeah, all these seasonal things. But when we're here, it's Moon Festival season. So there's a lot of bunny themed things and things with there's been a lot of like buns with yellow stuff inside.
Yeah.
And also stuff like eggs inside things.
Change camera to landscape if you can. I mean,
well, the thing is, I don't think we can. It would be great,
but I don't think we can, because if we're streaming directly from here, so if I press here, it says turn off sound, hide live video, retoucher, create highlights, flash. There's not a lot of tools when you're doing it directly. Unfortunately, guys, I don't think we can stream sideways when it's directly on here. We got another one. Oh, this was it says tasty. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't do landscape mode. It looks like, maybe here. And what is that? Chat filter? No. A plus? Alright. Okay. Well, no.
Yeah. I should have used a different app for streaming, I guess, than YouTube Zone. Yeah. YouTube Zone, this is what we can get. So that's how it is. But in the season we're here now, it's the season of yams and chestnuts.
Oh yeah.
We've had so many things with yam flavor and chestnut flavor, and it's just not been our favorite.
No.
Many desserts and things like that.
I think Japanese people really like mealy, grainy desserts.
We've had so many mealy desserts with chestnut and yams.
And also mochi is not my favorite.
I like mochi, the chewiness, but I just don't like mealy either. But I think it's also because we had changed stuff. Because when we had mealy sweets done right at the tea house,
that was pretty good.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
So I think it's also just the quality of the stuff we had. But I can say we've yet to buy a whole sweet potato just to eat, which maybe we should.
Yeah.
And chestnut we've also only had in sweets.
Yeah.
But there's so many things, and the coffee shops here, like they have chestnut lattes, sweet potato, kind of like Starbucks does pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
It's like yam and chestnut things. Chestnut, caramel, salt, what's it called? Sea salt caramel?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
House head. Yeah.
Sea salt and caramel and chestnut.
Salted caramel.
It's salty caramel. It's been stuff like that. So yeah, but there's a good reason for that, because they do a lot of produce here really well.
Yeah.
And we had a couple of things with produce that's more into the summer season. So we had some things with strawberry, although it was not the freshest plump strawberries and stuff like that. It was really good. We had amazing melon.
Mm.
The melon.
The best melon I've ever had in my life.
It's like you put a slice of that in your mouth, it's just like gushes everywhere. Like there's
Explodes.
no dry spots.
Yeah.
And it's really sweet and succulent.
Yeah.
Like they have a huge thing for fruit here and doing fruit perfectly. So a lot of places we've been to, if dessert is included in the menu, you get just a little dish of fruit, which is actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Because some of the meals can get a bit heavy.
Yeah, especially the one we had yesterday.
Yeah. So yesterday we splurged and had the most expensive meal of the trip and went for a full-blown crab dinner. Because we really wanted to eat both snow crab and king crab. Because buying these kind of crabs in Denmark is
crazy expensive.
Crazy. we paid as much for our dinner tonight, yesterday night, as you would pay for pretty much just like one pre-cooked serving of 500 grams of king crab.
Even less probably.
I found 450 grams pre-cooked, frozen
for the same
850 crowns.
Yeah, and we had
and we paid like more like 1,000 crowns, and we had
a banquet.
pretty much all the legs of one snow crab, a dish made with the head, and then we had that was the king crab, and then we had 2 whole snow crabs.
Yeah, I think it was almost 2.5. It was one snow crab, one king crab, and then some more king crab as well.
Yeah,
I think we probably shared about 2.5
crabs,
whole giant crabs.
Yeah, for like next to nothing, and had 8 pieces of sashimi with abalone.
I can try
appetizers.
And show you guys a bit.
It was
there was
absurd.
The sashimi with abalone, which had
the most crazy texture I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
It's like chewing on cartilage. It's like, and you can feel your teeth. You kind of push it weirdly around in your mouth because you can't chew it normally.
Yeah.
Weird, because there was also dessert.
Yeah,
There was also an egg custard dish.
Yeah.
The way we were served crab was also first a sashimi raw. Then we had it boiled. Then we had it grilled. That was the sashimi.
That was the sashimi. See, I don't know if you guys can see. I think it always exposes the
Yeah,
image,
I mean we're really limited.
We are a bit limited here.
Small hotel.
Yeah.
But it was. Let me see. So it was first. It was just such a crazy course. Yeah. Oh, there was also crab tempura. I mean, I've had enough crab yesterday for a lifetime. It was appetizers, 3 appetizers. Then there's a sashimi with abalone. Then it was crab sashimi. Then boiled crab, grilled crab, where it was mixed. The boiled and grilled, where we had one of each, was king crab. Yeah. And then it was grilled snow crab. And then snow crab tempura. And then 8 pieces of premium sushi with tuna belly, fatty tuna belly, otoro, and a few other different fish, salmon roe, squid, some kind of blue prawn. I think it was yellowtail was some of it. I can't remember the amberjack.
And when we got to the sushi, we were just.
And I mean, you can see how I felt. I was so.
You almost seem a bit sick on that picture.
It was so much food. It was, and then we finished with Japanese cheesecake.
Yeah.
Like it was just like so much fucking food. Yeah. Like I was thinking, because it was crab, and we chose the banquet where you could try all the crabs. The only thing we didn't try is the hairy crab, which I think is from Hokkaido. I thought it would be modest portions because crab is really expensive, but we got so much fucking crab. It was it was absurd.
You can a bit see on the pictures, but it's not that bad.
But let's try some Japanese crab.
Let's do some beer. Let's do some more beer.
Weizen with peach, and they use real fruit in their beers at Mino. No extract, no nothing. We had a yuzu beer from them as well. And the way they make it is like they peel the yuzu, they go into the mountains, they pick it, bring it back, they peel it, and put the peel in the beer.
A lot of manual work goes into this beer.
Because if they use the juice, that will make the beer sour, and they didn't want that for that beer. So, but this is one of their seasonal that's quite popular. So let's try it. Smells like a slightly sweet peachy Weizen.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting, the peach kind of pushes the banana. It's like an interesting.
It's a bit. You smell that?
Yeah.
Actually,
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like juicy peach and banana, and then definitely some spice. To me, it's like nutmeg.
Oh, and you can actually. It has like quite a bit of floaties.
And the floaties are like it's definitely yeast, but they also have like a slight orange hue. I don't know if that's could be from the peaches.
That's interesting.
It smells really bubblegummy. Cheers. Cheers.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a step up from
from
the other. This actually tastes like a proper Weizen, whereas the other one, tasted macro, although it's a wheat inspired beer. The peach is like really soft, like this kind of fresh, slightly juicy peach flavor, and then it turns into like bubblegum, peach bubblegum or something like that, banana. And then it's like sweet, but it's not like cloying.
No.
There's like some dryness from like spiciness in it. Like I think it's nutmeggy.
Yeah. That's actually pretty nice.
I think Nana would love this. My girlfriend.
Yeah.
She really likes wheat beers, Weizens and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like the peaches gives like a slight sour edge to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's not like. See, this is also about the Japanese modest or more like balanced palate. Like it seems like meals often fall into two groups: extreme, in your face, crazy, or soft, delicate, balanced, different nuances.
But it's almost like a representation of how the Japanese people are. I mean, if you watch a Japanese TV show and everything is all like crazy and but real Japanese people are really like a bit introverted and want their personal space and you have to know it pretty well before that you can really. But I mean, we've also found that Japanese people can be a bit difficult to like. They won't approach you.
No, you have to approach
them. But when we have done that,
yeah,
we've had a really nice and fun conversations with quite a few different people actually.
And most people have spoke English
pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's been some where they've not really, and you've kind of gotten away with just Google Translate.
Yeah.
And it actually worked quite well.
There's never been a direct, a massive issue with the language barrier and everything.
But what's been really fun is in the Kyoto, Osaka, and Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, we haven't really been approached by Japanese.
No.
But when you go outside, people like in the countryside one, people are very interested to talk to you because you're foreign and curious about why you were here, or they want to practice their English. So we experienced people wanting to talk to us in Takayama. And we went to a ramen shop where the owner really wanted to chat when we talked about it. I told him I made ramen at home, and it was so much fun. And then also at Minos Festival.
Yeah, but
there was a lot, like just on the way down to the toilet, I was stopped by two groups of people that asked me why I was there.
Yeah, but that festival was also all Japanese.
We were the only tourists. But it was so much fun, and we're standing hanging out with some Japanese people and talking.
And they were like,
why are you here?
Why are you here? What are you doing here?
It's Minos Festival. We're learning. So that's been really fun. You kind of need to get them out of their shell a little bit, but then again, if you go somewhere where they're not used to seeing the foreigners, it's a different story. Maybe it's also been a different story because it's at a beer festival. We also talked to some Japanese people at the craft beer festival in Osaka near the castle. Because I think it's a lot like Danish people. They need a little bit of social lubricant sometimes. Because Danish people aren't too dissimilar to Japanese.
That's also what we've seen. Like if you go in the metro during the daytime, you have to be quiet and mind your manners and stuff. But in the afternoon or in the night, while the Japanese people have gotten a bit to drink, all that etiquette and everything that goes out the window. It's like people chatting, people drinking on the train. I mean, people are having a good time. So
especially in these bigger cities. But they just need to come out with a shot. I think it's very similar with Danish culture, because Danish culture, and I think in general Scandinavia, it's a lot about keeping to yourself. We have Janteloven, which is very similar to Japanese culture. It's like you're not better than anyone else. You should obey the rules. You shouldn't think that you can
better than anybody else.
I already said that. But there's a lot of different set of rules, like and being mindful and respectful and all this. It's very similar to Japanese culture. Although I think maybe the Japanese maybe a bit more higher level than in Scandinavia. But like people also don't sit next to you in the bus in Scandinavia, for example.
No.
On the train. Like people will sit like one seat, and then they will only get filled up when there's no more room. It's been the same in Japan. Like people prefer to sit on their own unless you're with a friend or something. But we've only had really, really good experiences. Besides getting into a little bit more fancy neighborhood of Osaka, where they didn't want tourists to discover their local gyms. Where some guy was like, "This place is maybe 2 hours, and you can get in, but you should leave now because otherwise the police will come and take you." Like, okay. But luckily we were with someone who spoke Japanese who just to talk to the guys. Is like, if you wait 15 minutes, we have a table for you.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, interesting. But he told us it's because they want to keep that place local. They don't want the tourists flooding out. And good thing we don't even know the name of the place.
I can't remember.
Me neither. It was really good. It was some of the best yakitori we had.
Yeah.
On the trip. So.
Yeah, it was. Wow.
That was nice.
Went too fast.
Yeah. Maybe we should have a plug of water.
Yeah. Good idea. Let's see if there's
any
water
break.
Questions or anything?
Updates really slowly, and now you can't see anything. I think we're still live.
We are still live. Yeah.
That's great. I'm hoping it's not going to be too choppy, because.
Okay, we have some questions actually. One sec. Yeah.
Cheers from Indy
where?
Indianapolis or Indieman Beer Con. I don't think that exists anymore.
Hoppets.
Yes, Hoppets. Did you guys go to the Sky Tree? Yes, we did. We went to Tokyo Sky Tree, and I think we should cheers in a beer that's fitting for that situation with this and talk about it. So, this is a pretty metal-looking beer. This is Helles Circle, and this was a gift we got at Torn, which is an amazing craft beer bar in Osaka. Super kind owner, metalhead. We drank some Japanese beer, also a couple American beers. Because they had some really fresh West Coast IPAs. That's been astounding here.
Yeah.
We've been to a couple bottle shops, stroke bars, where they had the most insane selection of cans from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Like North Park, Green Cheek, Shred, Radiant,
Trillium.
Beechwood, and then also East Coast, Trillium, Treehouse, Fighting, all kinds of stuff. And some of them were like 1 month.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
What was that? I mean, we went past before we had the eel meeting.
That was in Nagoya.
Nagoya.
We just randomly walked past the place, which turned out we were recommended.
Yeah.
And we went in there, and I just felt the fridge like, what? It's like ghost town? But there was only the hazies left. And what was fun to see in their tap list with North Park and these breweries on the West Coast, it was the West Coast that were gone, not the hazies. Yeah. Pretty surprised. But Torn was a little bit of a similar idea, and I thought it was called Torn, but it's called Torn. Just with an E on the end. And Torn made a collab with Minobia on 5%, which is Helles the Circle, a Helles Lager, in these cool Japanese style cans. And we were told this was steel cans.
Yeah, steel cans. Yeah.
Because they're also really hard. I would think it would be aluminum, like most other cans, but it's like the can shape like this with the ridges. You don't really. I haven't seen.
I haven't seen it outside. No.
And it looks really cool. And also the mouths of the top of cans are also different. These are classic Western ones.
Yeah.
But slightly different because the pull tab is raised slightly with a small bump, so you can get your finger on there, under there, without sitting like
breaking your nails.
And the same as here. There's a small dent for your finger. It's like Japanese ingenuity, man. So this should be fun. A Helles Lager. Keeping to the drinking water.
Oh yeah.
Keeping to the traditional theme. And
clean this, but
I just drank the water.
there's some a bit of a gunky. Yeast. Oh, that is clear.
Yeah, crystal. And we actually also got some snacks. We just raided the nearest konbini, and we can also tell you what konbinis are best. So we've been to them all now, and the best is FamiMart. FamiMart has the best fucking fried chicken. Fami Chicky. It's like better than KFC.
Yeah.
KFC's not that great, but it's really juicy thigh meat. Like it's really good.
I don't know how they do that.
I don't know.
I think they're doing.
It's just lying there under a heat lamp, and you have it. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Melts in your mouth.
We tried a hack where you put it in one of the egg sandwiches for breakfast one day. It was chef's kiss for
for a fast breakfast.
Yeah, for a convenience store breakfast.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we've been to Lawson's, we've been to 7-Eleven, and we've been to what's the final one? I can't.
But there is also some that are like that even you don't see that much. Yeah.
But I think the best has been 7-Eleven and number one being Family Mart.
Yeah.
But now let's move on to this now.
Yeah.
Clear,
I'm already
beautiful.
drinking this.
I didn't
Sorry.
this yet, but let's try this. It is.
Yeah, sorry.
Really clean. Slight bready malt. And it smells like true Bavarian Munich Helles.
I can tell you it's quite good.
Nice.
Cheers.
And thanks to Torn. This was a gift from Torn.
Yeah, and we were just jamming with the bartender. He wasn't that good at speaking English, really, but what we had in common was the metal.
Yeah. So we played
some Danish metal music.
He really liked it.
Yeah. And then we just had a bit of a fraction conversation while he tried to speak some English and we tried to speak some Japanese as well and stuff like that. Yeah. And they played some metal music and
and then all of a sudden he ran up to the fridge and was like, a gift for you. And then he gave us a couple cans of this one. It was very good Helles. It's very much like the Munich style, where it's like really light on malt and really light on hops. It's like crisp and clean and easygoing. Very full bodied too, actually. And it has like a soft, peppery spice about it as well. Yeah, that's really good Helles.
Oh, we
say hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Ronaldo. And
we didn't talk about Skytree.
Oh, we didn't know. Sorry, we got the sidetrack there.
Because this carries into that a bit, because it's a Helles.
Yeah.
So the reason why I went to Skytree was because we were in Akihabara, which is where a very famous area with shrines and stuff, where we had the Kento take on okonomiyaki.
Yeah.
Which was called something with M. It was like the same idea of you frying on like a hot pan or like one of these huge teppanyaki grills.
Yeah.
Where it's cabbage and seafood. This was all seafood. There was like clams, prawns, cod roe, squid, pieces of fish, cabbage, batter, and cheese.
Oh yeah, it was the very gooey one.
It's the way they made that.
You eat it with a spatula, basically.
Yeah, spatula. And then they fry it on there, and they mix. They start with the things in the middle that they cook first, whatever. And they fry it up and blah blah blah, mix it. But compared to okonomiyaki, which is like a pancake, with cabbage and sometimes noodles and often octopus or pork belly or whatnot.
Yeah.
Here is all seafood, and it's runny and gooey.
Yeah. I think if I can.
So you can kind of cook it as much as you like on the pan, but you start eating it as soon as it's like kind of simmering. You scrape it off, and it's like this gooey, cheesy thing. It tastes really good.
Yeah.
But it's basically like the Kento region style.
Yeah.
Kind of take on okonomiyaki. And now we sidetracked again because from there. From that restaurant, we decided to go to Skytree. Asakusa is the area where they have the big temple with the huge lantern out front. Red and yellow one. Used to be a calm area, and it was loaded with tourists.
Yeah.
So many of these popular places now loaded with tourists. We went down to Skytree because we wanted to visit the Pokemon Center because we've been looking for specific plushes for my children. All instigated by me. I wanted them to have it. And we went there, and we went up the elevator and everything, did the walk to get to the elevator for the Pokemon Center, and all of a sudden we walk off, it's like, what the hell? And then there's a huge Oktoberfest on the roof with all German breweries.
Yeah.
It was just like, what the hell? It was Erdinger, Paulaner, Riegele, Hofbrau, Hakup Shore, there was also a Hogarten stand for some reason. And there was Schneider. There was like quite a lot of German beers. And then you could get Japanese German food.
Yeah.
Which was like sausages on a stick with like some kind of sauce that was not German. and you could get potatoes,
Yeah.
and you could get instead of a schnitzel, it was katsu, which is the breaded.
Yeah.
Either I think it was pork and beef. So it's like where it's like the panko breaded dish. That was really fun.
Yeah.
We ended up staying there for a bit and had some beer. We didn't try any of the food, although that could have been fun. They also had brat.
I mean, we already had that meal from
from the other place.
Yeah.
And then we went to Skytree, but we did not go to the top because the lines for that was just crazy. So we did not see the view of Tokyo from the Skytree, but we did see it from Shinjuku.
Yeah.
From the Shinjuku
Metropolitan Governmental Building.
Yeah.
Which is free.
Which was free.
And not a lot of people there. So that's actually a good recommendation. I mean, instead of going to the Skytree, because it's also cost quite that much, but yeah. But going to the Shinjuku and the governmental metropolitan building is really nice, and it's a really good view as well.
Yeah. Only problem, the time we were there, it was a bit cloudy, so you couldn't see like Mount Fuji.
No.
And actually, also, we talked about going to Mount Fuji, but most of the days in Tokyo was cloudy. So unless we went really close, I mean, we weren't guaranteed to see it.
No.
We just said screw it, and then hoped to see it on the train.
We kind of did.
We saw like part of the slopes, but not the slopes.
We were sitting on the
wrong side
of the train. I mean, but you can book like tickets on the Shinkansen.
Yeah, for Mount
Fuji seats if you really want to pay a bit extra for that as well.
Yeah, so you can have that in the background.
Yeah,
but we did not.
Well,
so yeah, that was the Skytree, and I'd say it's worth it at least just to hang out up there. There's also a Kirby Cafe.
I mean, there's a huge mall there.
There's malls everywhere.
Yeah, but
there's a huge mall on top of the Skytree with a lot of stuff, and then there's the Pokemon Center. And it's really fun to visit the Pokemon centers, especially when you get outside of Tokyo.
Yeah.
Because then there's not the same amount of lines. We went to the one in Shibuya with the Mewtwo statue. Oh, it was insane the amounts of people.
Yeah.
The lines were so long. And all like inventory was depleted on shelves.
Yeah.
People just went nuts.
And I think there was like an hour wait just to go to the register or something like that. Yeah.
But we had to see it. We were in Shibuya, so we went just to see that. But otherwise, I think the best Pokemon Center maybe was here in Kyoto.
Yeah.
Because it was the least people. Osaka was also not bad.
No.
But it was more. There was more line in Osaka. We were in line like 5 minutes here, and then they had a huge selection if you like Pokemon of Johto Pokemon, because Johto Pokemon and Johto the region, the second games, the second generation, was inspired by Kyoto.
Yeah,
and this region. So Kansai, I think the region is called. So yeah, that was kind of fun because I was specifically looking for some Johto Pokemon for the kids. Because that was my favorite region. I love the first regions as well, but for some reason I just love the silver and crystal and gold games more than the original red, blue, yellow.
Yeah,
which is what we had in Europe. But those was really fun to visit, and there's so much Pokemon things around. Like you don't walk down the street and all of a sudden you look down, it's like, oh, what's that? And then the manhole cover for the sewer is a Pokemon. There's loads of that. So whenever we see one, it's like now it's the thing to stop up and take pictures of.
Yeah.
And even in Osaka, promoting their new game, they had hidden sculptures around the city. And you could go on a free Pokemon walk. So you kind of showed up and signed up for it. And then you could go and just walk around the city. And if you found all the sculptures, you'd get like a gift bag.
Yeah.
We just arrived. We just spontaneously found out, saw it, and then they had closed already.
Yeah.
Because it was in the evening. There's so many other things to do. But they really do a lot of things with promoting these characters.
Yeah, there's a lot of that with the Nintendo store as well, and
Nintendo store was also really nice. But this is really good Hellas.
Yeah,
Hellas the Circle with Torn, very very nice, very crisp, lean, very much like the Munich style. But we should have a snack now.
Yeah,
as well with the next beer, because we bought some random snacks from the supermarket, so maybe you guys can tell us what we should try. So we tried to buy these from Lotte called Choco Pie, and I think it's like a chocolate sponge cake with a filling inside. They're from 1983. We got that. Then we got this.
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Then one of the snack giants here is Calbee. We've got pizza potato. Potato chips with pizza flavor. Wow, what is that? They have a description on the back. How they actually bake cheese on the chips. Okay. There's actually melted cheese on the chips. Potato chips with a lot of saucy drops of melted cheesy bits. Herbs and spices are a perfect match for crinkle cut potato chips. And this was just, we didn't get too much because we had ramen. We just got a little bit. And then lastly, we got some of these, which is also from Calbee. And I don't know what they're called, but it's like these potato sticks. And we tried one with cheese already on the train. And these are supposed to taste like yang yum chicken flavor. So it's either potato stick, potato chip, or chocolate cake type snack. So you guys can put in the comments if you have a preference to which one we should try. I'm guessing you don't. But if you do, let us know. And I'm going to find the next beer that we're going to be trying. So, I think maybe it's time for the first IPA. And this is also from Mino. And the thing is, I'm going to have to use Google Translate now. Because I haven't... Yeah. I have no idea what this is called. I think it's called Monkey IPA. They do a lot of different IPAs. And they have... Yeah, this is a Monkey IPA. And what does it say? It's a mild and juicy IPA that uses a blend of 6 different types of aroma hops to maximize citrus and tropical aroma. It makes it refreshing, and it has a refreshing bitterness characteristic for IPA. It also has a moderate malt body and a light body and a crisp aftertaste. So it's like easy drinking. Okay, that sounds nice. Sounds like modern West Coast almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, Monkey IPA from Mino. Did we try this at the festival? Because we did try a couple IPAs. Did someone suggest what we should eat?
Yeah, the pizza chips.
Pizza chips with melted cheese on? I have never seen that.
I mean, everything we've had from what's it called? Calbee. We had something else from Calbee, didn't we?
It was those sticks.
Was those sticks?
Yeah, but just a different flavor on the
yeah.
train.
They
We actually haven't been. We actually haven't been eating that many snacks.
No, that's true.
We mainly had like meals, and then the odd Hokkaido milk ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this looks very much like a modern IPA, and it's not super strong. It's only it's a little strong, 6%.
Brian says, brilliant trip, enjoy. We will, and we have.
Brian, we will.
Brian?
We have. It's been amazing. And you probably wonder if we shot loads of stuff on the trip. We mainly just taken pictures with camera phones because everywhere they don't want you to film. There's like blocking bans in some places. And so we haven't really, we've just been using the camera, and it's going to be a vlogging style video, I think, or a series of videos.
Yeah.
We'll see. I really wanted to shoot something. That's also why we're doing the live stream today, to talk with you guys. Because it's just not been super easy. Also because our itinerary has been really booked. Like, we haven't had many days where we could chill.
No.
We haven't had a day where we could chill since today.
Yeah. And this has still been packed.
It's been packed, but we could get back to the hotel at 6:30. Before the live stream. Yeah. Otherwise, we've been running around seeing things because there's so many bucket list stuff.
Yeah.
And otherwise, it was when we went to the onsen in Takayama, where we had a whole long evening of spa and morning. Otherwise, it's been a lot of walking around.
I mean, we've been walking around 15 to 25.
Yeah, I think the highest was 28,000.
Yeah.
So like your legs are.
And today was really hard as well because we were going to
Mount Inari.
Mount Inari, yeah.
It's called something else in Japanese. Something with Inari.
The one with all the tour gates.
Well, yeah, loaded with tourists. Insane.
Yeah.
But the trick is just make the hike to the top and then the tourists disappear.
Yeah.
Like most people go to the main shrine and then they ask people, how far is it all the way up? It's like, it's another 40 minutes hike. Oh, I give up. I'm going to go down. And we're like, fuck this. We're going to go to the top.
So we went to the top.
So we did the full hour and a half hour hike.
Yeah.
And it was a long hike.
Yeah.
But there's it's not like in rough terrain. And there's stairs.
There's a lot of stairs.
A lot of stairs.
Yeah.
So we went to the top and you could actually get some pictures on your own.
Yeah.
There were still people.
There were still people, but they were not as dense as at the bottom.
The first section where they're like tour gates.
Yeah.
It's just like caught in a what do you call it? Herring in a barrel.
Yeah.
Seating in Danish. That was a very direct.
Very, very crowded.
Very crowded, and everyone's trying to stand and squeeze because they want a picture of all the tour gates there, because they're like, tack. And it actually doesn't look that nice when they're that up close. It's much more pretty when you go further and they're taller and more spread apart.
Yeah.
So that was very touristy.
It was tough getting to the top.
I think,
but it was okay.
I actually think the most touristy spot so far was that.
Yeah.
Of the entire
trip. I agree.
Because both the Golden Pavilion here in Kyoto and the Silver Pavilion, we arrived late in the afternoon. There was like next to no people.
Yeah.
So we just beat the tourist rush. But we were at Mount Inari, right smack in the middle of tourists.
Yeah.
But I've seen pictures where it's worse.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures where it's worse. And also in like Osaka and Kyoto, some of the famous markets with street foods, you can just see like these insane crowds of people when you're going in them. There's so many people. I understand why Japan is trying to do some like tourist measures to
making it a bit difficult to be
or
a
at
tourist.
least they're trying to make it difficult to be a tourist in some areas.
Yeah.
But they're also trying to make it easier to be a tourist in other.
Yeah.
Very soon they're gonna offer free domestic flights.
Yeah.
Around Japan to lesser known prefectures and cities. So if you come on vacation, like some of the places have been suggested is Okinawa. You can get a free flight if you're a tourist to Okinawa and experience that instead of going to Kyoto, instead of going to Osaka, instead of going on the Golden Route. The problem is the Golden Route is the main recommendation for first-time travelers to Japan.
Yeah. So a lot of people
it's
do
super
that.
congested.
Yeah.
Like also Nagoya,
nobody there.
And we only basically went there to eat.
Yeah.
But, it was nice enough. It was a much more chill day, and we actually spent the first time in an arcade playing games. And we had the best meal of the trip. Yeah. Which was misamabushi, I think, which is a version of unagi, where you eat the eel first on its own.
Extra condiments.
Yeah, and you eat it in different stages. Then you eat it on its own. Then you eat it with the rice. Then you eat it with the broth you pour over, which they call a tea. Yeah. So it's a bit different, but it was
very, very
insanity. Good. That was great. And a great price.
We were almost alone again.
Yeah.
I mean, like the very good places, we've almost always been alone.
Yeah.
We've gotten there.
But the very best places we've been to has also been in non-touristy areas.
Yeah.
Also, Takayama, one of my favorite places. Takayama and Shirakawa. So amazing. Up in the mountains, less tourists. Took the bus with locals to a hot spring town and stayed in a hot spring onsen.
Really what we've learned from this trip is like really
go to the countryside.
Go to the countryside, go up the mountains. And it's so beautiful there as well.
I think it's a first time trip. Of course you want to go to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. But I'm even almost more excited now about going to Hiroshima and Fukuoka. Yeah. Because we're getting further away from the tourists. Yeah. Especially Fukuoka. Yeah. Because I've been told by a lot of people you're not gonna see a lot of people there. And it's mainly just because it's too many people in one place. And also because some of the days we've been here, there's also been some holidays and stuff. Yeah. So the Japanese also travel. Yeah. And actually, worst experience, we can say that as well, is the expo. It's done now.
Yeah.
But the Osaka Expo is a waste of time.
It was a waste of time.
Complete waste of time.
Yeah.
We got tickets because I thought it would be interesting to see a world expo. But the amount of people was insane. And this was not tourists. This is Japanese.
Yeah, there was actually primarily Japanese people there.
6% of visitors to the expo has been European tourists. The rest has been Japanese locals.
Yeah.
And the lines. If you get there early, we got there a couple hours after opening. Yeah. Maybe you can get into some pavilions, but the system is like you sign up, you get a ticket, and then if you want to see a country's pavilion, you have to sign up for a raffle first 3 months in advance, then 7 weeks in advance, then 3 days in advance, and then you can be lucky to win the chance to go into the pavilion without standing in line.
Yeah,
which is a Japanese system with a. We've seen that a lot of places with raffles.
Yeah.
We went there and randomly we just had a look at. We luckily got into Australia's pavilion for free because some Australian woman came up to us and asked us if we wanted to go see it. But otherwise, we went past. Which was it? Where it was 5 hours?
Switzerland or something.
Switzerland or something. Like that. 5 hours line.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to see Scandinavia. They closed the line because it was too long. So people are going to be spending like 6-7 hours of their entire day. Yeah. And it's basically just walking into a pavilion with screens and foliage and stuff.
Projection art.
Yeah. Of said countries like nature, heritage, culture. But we were also told this because a lot of Japanese people don't get to travel abroad, so it's a way for them to experience the world. Yeah. So that also makes sense. Yeah. But coming from Denmark, visiting Japan as a country for the first time, it was a waste of time. Because we just basically went there, walked around for a couple of hours, and decided not to go in line for things, going into one place for free, and had a meal that was subpar compared to. It was not bad.
No.
But I had a meal that could have been much better for much less money in Osaka, and then just left feeling like I just wasted like 3 hours of my day.
I mean, there were a few cool things that you can
see from the outside.
And you could walk around the ring bridge that they have and everything, but it was not worth the time to get out there and spending time. But it is what it is. And now it's closed.
And so, now I know that if I see expos around the world again and I'm traveling there, I'm just gonna say no thanks. I'll experience a local culture. But this smells nice.
Yeah, this smells nice.
Citrusy, a little bit bright, not super intense, but it smells more like a modern IPA.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit tropical. Let's try the monkey IPA. It's also bitter. I think there's also grapefruit to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what this reminds me of?
No.
A little bit of Founders All Day IPA. Something like that, but a bit modern. Like it's also a little bit stronger. Let's see here with the snacks. People saying pizza. We got one comment on pizza.
Let's do the pizza potato.
We'll just do that.
Pizza
We
potato.
got not too many people watching now. Let's try here. Kalbi pizza potato with Mino beers, monkey IPA. Woo! They smell really cheesy.
Whoa. Yeah.
There's pieces of cheese on them.
There's actually pieces of cheeses on it.
Pieces of melted cheddar or something.
Wow.
Cheers. It's not very salty.
No.
It does taste a little bit like pizza though. It needs salt.
Yeah. It's quite mild.
I don't know if it tastes like pizza. It kind of tastes like a mild cheddar cheese chip.
I like the soft crispiness of them. It's quite different than what we usually have back home.
Japan technology, it says. Maybe they have unique technology to melt cheese on potato chips. They're not bad.
I mean,
Let's try and up the ante. We're just gonna. No, now we're gonna snack. The other one I got here. Was the one I mentioned, Yang Yum chicken flavor. I think this is going to be spicy. It also says here you should not microwave it. I think it's because it looks like a cup noodle.
And you know somebody
So people mistakenly like put it in, it's like, oh shit, these are microwaved potato sticks. I'm guessing it is. Oh crap!
Oh, you fucked it.
Fucked it up. So let's see. These smell like instant ramen.
Yeah.
Chicken instant ramen. They're also really mild.
But crispy.
Yeah. I don't know if they even taste like chicken.
I mean, I actually like it because it tastes like, you know, the French fries when it's really, really crispy. It's more like a, but needs a bit more salt.
There's a hint of spice. There's also some kind of potato-like flavor, or tomato-like flavor.
But it's really interesting. I mean, I've never had anything like this before.
Yeah, as far as I can gather, it's potato-based. Because we had the base version. But it could also be one of these crispy pasta snacks. That's also a thing over here. Where they fry pasta and season it like a potato chip. Or whatever. Snack. Also something I haven't experienced before. I think I prefer the pizza chip a little bit.
Yeah. I agree. Just a bit more flavor.
Yeah.
Goes
well with an IPA, must say. And we don't have any dark beers at all, so let's see about the choco pie. But this is, I've seen some people talk about these online, saying they're great. So there's a Japanese cake snack, and it's made by Lotte. And I think Lotte, was that the ones that made Pocky? Or maybe that was the company that made the pretzel stick with chocolate inside. Those were really good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. For you, choco pie hearts. Oh, Japanese. Individually wrapped.
Oh.
So this almost looks like a little bit like those pre-made cakes you get in the States, like Twinkies and stuff. Oh, I mean, look at that. It looks like honey yada. It smells just like milk chocolate or something. It tastes like if a Danish style honey cake and a Kinder milk slice had a baby.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I think it was a bit more juicy, but it's actually a bit dry.
Yeah. It's
all
like
right.
a drier sponge cake with like a vanilla cream and chocolate, and then yeah, it's all right.
That's a nice little snack.
But we've had better like cakes.
Yeah.
But most cakes here has also been sponge cakes. Like we've had that weird wheel.
Oh yeah.
And today we have the rolled coffee cake. It's a lot of sponge cake things. And then also one thing here, the breads. Really fluffy and soft.
Yeah.
Like really soft. And it's like very much like brioche, some of them. But some of them also feels like brioche had a baby with like hyper macro bread. Like especially the bread from like the convenience stores for the sandwiches. They cut off the crust and it's just like it's super soft.
It's growing on me.
It is also not the worst with the choco pie. I'll say that. Although the pizza chips maybe were better. So, hi loves from Jamie Gayton says hi loves from Carol from England.
Hello.
Hello, Carol. Thank you for tuning in. And then Hub says, when you went to the Sky Tree, did you see the Sword of Heaven, the katana made from meteorite? Nope, we completely missed that. So now there's something more to visit when we go back to Tokyo.
I mean, there's always something you can't see, right?
You can't have FOMO.
Oh.
When you go to Japan, if you put an ounce of FOMO on yourself, you're gonna have FOMO for your entire trip. Because there's so much stuff to do and see, and you will not see it all. Yeah. You gotta pick what you prefer to see.
One thing you miss is another thing that you're just gonna have to come back to another time.
Yeah, that's how it is. You're just gonna have to make another trip.
Yeah.
There's so many things we think, oh, that would be fun. Like we were in Osaka, it's like, oh yeah, let's go to the Osaka Aquarium. That would be fun. Although it's just an aquarium, but they've got whale sharks. Missed it. A lot of like temples we wanted to see, missed them. Areas of Tokyo, like just going to down to the Kirin Brewery in
Yokohama. Oh
yes, Yokohama.
Was it Yokohama? Yeah.
We missed the ramen museum. We really wanted to see that.
Oh right.
They had built a ramen street from like Blade Runner style from the 80s at the port of Yokohama, and there's so much to see in Yokohama. We got to see Chinatown and a brewery.
Yeah.
And on.
Yeah.
So like
it is as if time flies faster as well.
These 3 weeks we've been here for 2.5 weeks almost. It's just been like I feel like we just arrived.
Yeah.
Because there's new things all the time, like
new food, new things to do. I mean,
I really think the first trip is always going to be the awe-striking one.
Yeah.
Like what? Like the first few weeks was like taking pictures of everything.
Oh, there's a lantern.
Oh,
click.
Torii gates. Oh, the temple. Whoa, look at this tiny street. And now it's just like, oh, there's another one. Like you get used to it.
Yeah.
So that awe-strikingness of the first trip is a big thing. But then the second trip, I think, is nicer as well because then you have an easier time filtering things.
And also, you've been to all the big attractions, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the time to maybe get the nuances and go to maybe more of the niche places. Go to Okinawa and Hokkaido.
Yeah, Hokkaido would be amazing as well. And I will say the time we've been here is semi-prime time. I'm not sure if it's ultimate prime time because there's been a lot of tourists.
Yeah. I think there's always tourists in Japan right now.
Yeah, but I've been told if you go in the winter or in May, it should be low. So let's move on to some more hoppy beer here. So this is going to be fun because this is something we've had a lot of in Japan. Wet hopped beer. Yeah. And this is something we just kind of randomly picked up. Oh, maybe you can scan the QR code. And we can get some info
on my phone.
So wet hopping is like as big in Japan as it is in the States. Like it's huge. Oh, we can read that.
Carol.
She says hi again. Hi, Carol. So yeah, trying to scan that. So wet hop beer, we use whole fresh hops. A huge thing here. There's even like wet hop festivals, and
everything is Japanese. Oh, kanji. Maybe can you translate?
Is this even about the beer?
So
this is from Craft Beer Chorio. They have a distribution event. There's some pictures of their beers. Oh, here we go. Fresh up wet pilsner.
Oh, and you should say that you are more than 20 years old.
Yes. I think I need to press.
Yeah, and translate.
Okay, so wet hop beers is a huge thing here. I think it's because they're really close to the west coast of America. So we've had a lot of wet hop beer here because we've been in wet hop season. Some better than others. Some have been like really mild. Some have had medium. There's not been something where it's been like hua hua. But this one is by a brewery never heard of called Chorio, and it's a collab with something called Fresh Hop Beyond the Pacific. And they are based in, was it Niigata? Oh, I can't see it on here because it was on the sticker at the store. So we found this in a liquor store nearby our hotel that had a lot of Japanese beer. But this is a West Coast Pils. That's wet hop, 5%, 15 IBUs. It's not going to be that bitter. And wet hopped with Centennial and then, okay, so I think it's Centennial and Strata wet hopped and also pellets of said hops. And it says crisp taste and flavors of citrus and berries, fresh hops. It's in a campaign called Fresh Hops. You shouldn't warm it too much in your hands because it's hot. It says, okay, maybe just I'm being a dick. Sorry. It's a concept, a campaign about fresh hop beer outside of the Pacific, I guess, that imports and distributes fresh hops. And that's made it possible in Japan, for example, to use fresh hops. So it's okay. Barley malt from Canada, rice, and fresh strata, fresh Centennial, and then Citra hops. Okay, there we go. And where were they from again? See, this is
sadly we cannot read kanji.
Maybe if we go to their Instagram page, it's also well, makes sense. Japanese brewery, why would it be in English?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Chorio craft beer from Shinoku.
Okay.
And it says they also make sake, it seems, and things with rice. Okay, so maybe we went on the wrong one. I don't know. It seems like maybe it's a sake and craft beer brewery. Information is scarce
we will
into
see
blind.
If it's good. I mean, there's been a lot of breweries that we've never heard. I mean, Phil Brewing from Okinawa and Mahou Brewing. We just stumbled on that.
I mean, it's
randomly.
because when breweries don't have international distribution, how would you? This looks the part though.
Mm-hmm.
When I look in my glass, it looks like proper West Coast Pils. Really pale. Interesting with the bitterness content though. I mean, I think it can be up and down of West Coast Pils, but usually I think they do have a little bit of bitterness. And this was really fresh. This just arrived.
Law Fresh Hop Beer Track are just releasing some of their series here in the UK.
Oh, just in time for us when we get home. That's great. That's perfect. Track makes amazing beers. So, you ready to try some fresh hop West Coast Pils from Chorio? Chorio.
Let's do it. Cheers, my friend.
Yeah, there's some citrus berry notes. Yeah, that's nice. But it also falls into the
mild
Japanese IPA category.
Yeah.
Definitely not a bad beer. It's nice, but it's like the hopping rates are just enough so you can taste.
It seems like they are really a bit concerned about using too much or making it too crazy. Or...
Also the prices, I think. I mean, this can was. How much was it?
I don't know. You paid for it.
Yeah, we didn't pay a lot. We bought maybe 700 yen.
Yeah.
And a macro beer is like 100 something to 200.
Yeah.
So it's still like triple the price. They're used to really low beer prices here. But I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Yeah.
It's crisp.
It does have some slight
snappiness about it, bitterness, but it's very soft. I would just want more hop. Punch.
Yeah.
To this. Like that's kind of been the general thing for me, and I think it's a preference because we're used to higher hopping rates in Europe.
Yeah.
And also, I'm guessing it's like the consumers in Japan is very different. It's a younger craft beer market. There's definitely brewers doing these. Uchu, West Coast Brewing, Phil, and also Mahu.
Mahu.
That's how you say it. Their beers were quite hoppy.
But they did crazy amount of hops as well. What was it,
They
like 30 grams?
30 dry hops.
Yeah.
I think Phil was lower, but it was also because it was a hazy IPA with fresh Okinawan pineapple. But they're like, those breweries so far have been the ones that have been more into the heavier European realm. Otherwise, a lot of them are like this. Like, very easygoing, nice, sessionable beers.
Nothing insane, just
bit of punch for what they're using.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a good West Coast Pils. But it's just like mild, like bitter citrus. I even have a hard time saying like berry notes, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's good. I think it's a good beer. It's a tasty beer.
Yeah.
We just want higher rates of hops where I think we're based. And it doesn't have to be obscene. It just has to be a little bit more substantial.
Yeah.
Like this tastes like 5 grams of dry hop.
Yeah.
Like how craft beer was in Denmark 20, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's a new style. It's just like very mild. Like I think you can get away if you have really good process, and also so far all good process. We haven't had like oxidized or all flavored beers here at all.
Nothing.
But like 12 grams per liter of dry hop is enough to give you a kick. But this tastes to me like 5.3 range.
Is fresh hop more expensive to do?
Potentially, but also the problem with fresh hops, you don't get a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Fresh hops, you need to use shit tons.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that do fresh hop beers nowadays, you get more of a juicy hop flavor out of them, but they also dry hop. Most of the time with pellets.
They do both.
They do both.
Yeah. Okay.
On the West Coast, but there are also some people now that are doing dry hop, fresh hop beers, and some are even. There's a new product you can get which is cryogenically frozen fresh hop beers, and because they've been cryogenically frozen, anything that could live on there has been killed.
Yeah.
Wild bacteria and stuff because it's been so cold. Then you can also use them for dry hopping, so you can get the flavor of wet hop in a dry hop. Yeah. Alongside fresh red hops.
You've never done wet hop?
No. I mean, it's not a huge thing in Denmark. If we were to do it in Denmark, it would probably be something German because we would only have access to fresh German hops.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Because they need to be really fresh. They need to pretty much come off the vine, and you need to get them, or they need to be cryogenically frozen.
Yeah.
And then it's not almost a true fresh hop beer because they've been.
I guess you wouldn't call that a fresh hop beer then. You could, I guess, for marketing purposes.
People are. I think people call them like cryo fresh.
Okay, cryo fresh
or something.
That also sounds advanced. Technology, yeah.
And it could be what they use in these. Otherwise, it'd be like air-shipped American hops that's been shipped across the Pacific to Japan. I mean, the West Coast is not too far from here. I think making a trip to Japan from LA or San Diego is a whole lot faster
than what we did.
We spent 13 hours in a plane. 13 and a half, almost 14 hours.
Yeah, that was tough. That was pretty tough.
The longest plane ride I've ever did, but apparently the ride is also longer now because of the airspace.
You can't go through Russia anymore.
Okay, we're up to date. Great. Wet hop beer though, not really a big thing in Denmark, but there's some breweries that make it with German hops. So, but yeah, this is pretty much the case we've had besides a couple breweries. Is it in brand? I don't know. It's not. Yeah, I mean, good beer, but nothing we're super blown away.
No,
with the hoppy stuff.
We went to the.
I actually think the Mino IPA was better because it had a bit more snappy bitterness and maybe a bit more hot flavor.
We went to the West Coast bar in Toranomon.
Which
almost sounds
the
like
West Coast Brewing the Room. But we also shared some of our beers with them, which was really fun. I think theirs were some of the best hoppy beers.
Yeah, and some of the Imperial
stouts were fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
West Coast Brewing in Japan, their barrel aged stouts were as good as Hive American stuff.
Yeah,
100%. I was blown away. We tried every single one of them.
Yeah.
They had on tap all their anniversary IPAs, and they were all dope. There was a couple single barrel ones. There was one it was like, was it blueberry and vanilla? I think.
Yeah.
And then there was one that was Mexican hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And they were just like smashing. They were bold, rich,
Mm.
lots of barrel flavor. I think that's definitely the only time we've really seen big barrel aged and strong stouts.
We haven't had anything.
Oh, we did from Mino, but that was also really good. But that was 9%. We haven't seen anything that's up to that 12, 15.
No.
Which you see in Europe and the States.
Yeah.
It also makes sense with the climate. But
it was also a really fun experience going to the West Coast bar because we came there first. Like 2 Danish dudes just sitting there in the bar.
Maybe you can tell about that.
Yeah.
When I go to the toilet.
Yeah. So we got there as the first people being there, and just sat there. Started to do a few beers, and then the third guy coming in there, he was looking. He was also not Japanese, and we sat there drinking our beer, and then suddenly he started speaking English, and we could tell immediately that he was probably Danish. so we were a bit curious because he was a single guy going there, and then we just tried to say a bit of things in Danish to him, and he was like, "Yeah, hi guys," and then he came over and we sat and drank a lot of good beers, and apparently he was just visiting Japan on his own, and it was a Danish guy as well. So that was a really fun experience, chatting with the guy, and got a lot of good recommendations. He's basically been on almost the same tour as we did. So we had a chat, and we shared a lot of very nice beer as well. Yeah, that was really fun. Just randomly, the third guy going to the bar was a Danish guy as well, in Toranomon, which is I don't think it's that well known a place in Tokyo as well. Going to, I think it's basically just a salaryman or a businessman neighborhood there. So yeah, the third guy going into that bar completely randomly was a Danish guy as well, and we had a good time. So I think the next beer we're gonna have is also from Choirio, which is their IPA as well, and everything is in kanji as well, which we do not know a single even sign off. So what I'm just gonna try and do, translate and see what we have here. 1 second. Let's see. So this is Bygmal. Was Bali, Australian and American
hops.
It doesn't say any about the. Oh, no, it doesn't say anything about the hops.
It says something about the malts. 7%. So this is the only can left of this beer.
Yeah,
that's why we got it. It's also from Chorio, and it's their IPA. They had another. It was funny because we found this liquor store online, and it's really close to where we live. And there was like these fridges stocked with Japanese craft beers, and we went into the shop, and there was like nothing. There was 3 different craft beers from Japan, and then it was European imports, mainly lambics and sour beers, and then some Schlenkala. So there was 1 left off. There was still some fresh up West Coast pills, and then the other Japanese thing that still was a cider. We opted for this instead. So let's try and crack this. So 7% West Coast IPA. Maybe we can find this on their website. It also looks quite modern because it's super pale and very clear. That's nice. I can also tell you something about this clarity. This is clarity from lagering, because the head does not fizz away. Usually when you use finings for clarification, you can definitely get some clear beer, but it disrupts head retention. And I know because I use it. And then why do you use it? Because when you use a lot of hops, you get hazy beer. So if you want to make your beer clear and you use a lot of hops, you often need to use finings. Or you need breaker tanks where you can age it for long enough for things to drop. Even some hazy strains of yeast will not stay in suspension and will get clear over time. So maybe you can scan the QR code again.
Yeah, we also got another question.
What's the best wet hop beer I've had? So again, it's not really a thing here.
And then or
at home.
Yeah.
So I haven't had much American wet hop beer, to be honest. Like, if I had some, they've been old. I think maybe the only one that I've had that's been
just going to their
website. Well, maybe we can find it on there. I think the best I've had has been Sierra Nevada Celebration Ale, just because it's always been on point when I've had it, which is like twice, because it's not been a regular import in Denmark. So yeah, I can't say we do get much wet hop beer. Oh, German wet hop beers is a different story. I've had loads of German wet hop pilsners that are great. Schöne Mama makes a fantastic one. Last year, Sudden Death in Lübeck made a great wet hop pilsner, which was like a killer pils with a lot of wet hops. This could actually have some findings. Because there's maybe 2 in head retention. I don't know. It's hard to judge completely just by eye and guessing. So I think this links to their web shop. Yeah, they make sake and beer. All beers. Well, they don't have their IPA available right now. So if we just Google Choreo IPA. Choreo IPA. They're from Nara.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's really close. That was one of the places a lot of people told us to miss it, but we decided to skip because it's loaded with tourists. Yeah. Basically, you can see a very old temple and deer that bow. And then they bow because you give them a cracker. And then they've learned if they bow, they get a cracker. You can buy the cracker there. So we just decided not to go. This is a cold IPA. Yeah, there's no mention.
I can try and look it up on
I think it's actually called Choreo Shuzo. Shuzo IPA. No. Oh, wait, yeah. IPA. There we go. It's a craft beer classic. They don't talk about how. So I think this is like a core range IPA. It says citrus pine flavor. Let's see. Should we try it?
Yeah.
Definitely piney and citrusy. It's a bit more bold than the wet hop. Piney and grapefruity.
Yeah.
But it also has a little bit of all day IPA vibes from Founders.
Yeah.
Because it's not super bold.
No.
But it's good.
It's good. Yeah.
Again, a case of hopping rates being a whole lot lower in Japan.
Choreo IPA.
Tastes like classic sea hops.
Oh, they do have
I think there's maybe Columbus in here. It has a little bit of a diesel berry thing.
Yeah.
But it's good. Bitterness is there, but it's not assertive either.
Yeah. It's 3.69 nice on tap.
That's also something you'll find on a lot of craft beer brewery ratings in Japan. Is they're similar to a lot of European people.
Quite low.
Japan's rating scheme seems very similar to, especially Northern Europe. If you use their own food rating site, which is Tabelog, 3.5 is a really good place, and you'll be hard pressed to find a 4. If you find a 4, it's either some kind of really unique local spot that's great and maybe fairly priced, or it's high price.
Even Michelin.
Yeah, Michelin places and whatnot. The really high ratings on Tabelog is usually kind of expensive.
I've had the Vinoreski's fresh hop.
Yeah, for years. That was fresh hop IPA last year. That was great.
Yeah.
Or fresh hop lager, I think it says. Yeah. Svata Voklavska, I think. It's really good. When I went to brew with Vinowatsky Pivovar last year in November, they still had it at the brewery and it was awesome. It's a really, really good wet hop Czech pills. I think that's the only wet hop Czech pills I've had.
Yeah.
Actually. I somehow forgot about that one, but that's really good. I think in Europe, the wet hop beers you mainly see are lagers or maybe German Bucks, light pale Bucks that are wet hopped, but they're also really good. I think this is nice. I think this is. I still think maybe the Mino Monkey is the best IPA here because it's the one that has had the most flavor, been the most like assertive.
Yeah.
In its hop character, but again, falls in line with the Japanese palate. That's what we've been told. So this is actually the second to final beer we have to try today, and the final one is a special one that we got from Mino, which is part of the Baton series.
Yeah.
Where they do wood aged beers in huge oak foeders, which we got to see when we visited the brewery.
I'll see if I can find a picture.
And we tried one or two of them. We tried at their festival. We tried their 9% like imperial pills from the barrels. It was really good. It was like a wild lager, which was, I don't think they use wild yeast in any of them, but it had like some sourness to it. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And then it was a sour IPA with pomelo that was also very good, and salt. So this one is the 7th Baton, and you'll have to use Google.
1 second.
On this one. So this is 6%. So this could be maybe the lower strength oak aged pills.
Oh, yeah. Just showing the fodders.
Yeah, they have some huge foeders for aging.
Foeders.
For aging in, and that's the final beer we have to drink. Maybe this should be out of the fridge for a bit, but let's just try and see here.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. This is the ginger one. Let's try and see, and then maybe just do English.
Yeah, maybe that's it easier.
So you don't have to sit and translate Danish on the fly. You take a picture. So yeah, this is fermented in stainless, which they do with most of them, and then they lager in the wooden foeders. And you can just take a picture. So we don't need to hold it. So yeah, they just talk about the Baton series where they do this one of a kind aging. So I think we actually need a picture of this to see what it is. So it says Belgian ale with ginger. They talked about some of them.
Belgian wheat.
Yeah. So oak aged wheat with ginger.
Ginger skin was used and aged in for approximately 3
months,
probably.
Then fermentation took place in the bottle for 3 months. The wine. Okay, it looks like it was finished after aging with ginger spiciness. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to read. but the batons were really good from Mino, and I think also they talked about they made one with the plum ume.
Yeah.
Which we didn't try, but they had like the Mino festival was crazy. How much was it? 48 Mino beers.
Yeah, they have a lot of beer.
They basically brew everything up, so they have it, and they save some seasonals that can be saved.
Yeah. So
they have to serve for the entire festival, which is crazy. Which was 2 days with was it 4 sessions?
Yeah.
Of anniversary with really good street food as well.
Oh yeah, we had the Wagyu skewers.
Really good Wagyu skewers. We had what's it called? The tantanmen, which is like a Japanese ramen take on dandan noodles from China. We had barbecue lamb skewers, which was marinated in like soy and ginger and some curry powder that were really good. We also had squid, which was in like a soy-based sauce. We tried we just shared a lot of street food.
We're sharing a lot of food this trip as well.
Yeah. It's a way to do it. Like get 2 different dishes and share them. Unless it's wrong. That's a bit hard to share. Hamburger. And we have Western Japanese food today.
Yeah, and rice omelette.
Yeah, omurice.
Omurice.
Omurice tastes like the Danish bixemel, which is like
leftovers
that you fry up with
potatoes
bacon and potatoes and onions.
And
this
was just with rice and
covered in like
potatoes.
Tomato you covered in with like ketchup.
Yeah, and
you have a fried egg on
top. Yeah.
And also sometimes English like brown sauce, like HP sauce
or
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, and then also what's interesting, a lot of the sauces for the Western inspired dishes have Worcestershire sauce flavors. Worcestershire sauce flavors. Yeah, we had that, and then we had a hamburger steak. And there's nothing to do with a hamburger.
No,
it's a beef patty that kind of tastes like meatloaf.
Yeah.
And then in demi-glace sauce.
But we had it, but it was pretty good.
It was really good. It was the first time we had something that tasted like home a lot.
Yeah.
It was like
with a Japanese twist.
Slight Japanese twist. It kind of tastes like you had meatloaf mixed with Danish roast beef, old style roast beef and gravy. Because there was also bits of like brisket that was tender. And then the demi-glace sauce tasted so much like grandma cooking. But that's the Western interpretations here are really
it was nice getting that when we had so much seafood yesterday as well.
Last night we ate enough seafood almost for the rest of the trip.
For a lifetime almost.
I've not had that much seafood in a row before in my life.
No, that was
insane. I think we at least had 500 to 800 grams of crab per person. At least 800 grams of crab.
Yeah.
Per person.
That was crazy.
It was like the meal we got would have been perfect to share.
Yeah, for 4 or even 6 people.
Maybe not 6.
Maybe not 6, but 4 easily.
Yeah.
But try it if you're in Japan. Go for that. It's probably cheaper than most any place in Europe.
Yeah, and it's really fun to try their takes on Western food. There's so many places that do things where they do takes on Western food. We also have breakfast. Breakfast is not really a thing here in the same way. We had a traditional Japanese breakfast.
Yeah.
At our ryokan / onsen
almost fainted from the octopus.
Yeah, we had like a traditional. One of the traditional breakfasts, for example, is natto, which is these fermented soybeans that smells a bit like blue cheese.
Which is not too bad.
I like them. They're good. Yeah. Mix it with a raw egg and rice. And
dislike the taste. I just dislike the texture of that slimy.
Yeah, they're quite slimy. You mix them and they're all slimy. Yeah. And you put a raw egg in there and mix that up, and then it's like
even more slimy.
Soy sauce and mustard often.
Yeah.
And you have it with rice. I liked it, but the one thing we have for breakfast, it's a lot of fish in a traditional Japanese breakfast.
Yeah.
When it's a roasted fish, it's nice enough. But in that breakfast, we, for the first time, had something here that just took me back to eating Swedish fermented herring. Surströmming for the first time, which is fermented and pickled herring. This was the same. It was fermented squid with squid guts.
Yeah.
And
which is the most fishy thing
we've
ever had, and the texture was just
really chewy. So you couldn't eat it fast.
No.
I had a hard. I ate everything.
I just remember
you just tried it.
I tried one piece, and you were a champ. You took everything. I
was just like, whoa, this is really.
Remember your face was like.
Yeah, and we actually also had it yesterday, but in a yuzu sauce without.
It was much more mild.
Much milder, much better.
But still,
but the fermented version, I think, is the traditional with the guts.
Yeah.
So they make a sauce based on the guts.
They have a thing with like chewy things here, which we are not accustomed to in
not
Denmark.
The kind of chew, because it's like rubbery or
rubbery.
cartilage.
Yeah.
We also ate at an izakaya chicken
gizzard.
a gizzard
as well. Gizzard and ass.
One of them was like a chicken butt. I don't know.
Chicken butt.
Just the
gump
in Danish.
Yeah.
Which was really good. It was with tiny bones.
Yeah.
And you're just supposed to eat and crunch the bones.
Yeah.
It was like that's.
I mean, you are. If you're not into that kind of food, you are getting a real challenge in Japan.
Yeah. And then we had a recommendation. It's like this is something they were known for, and it didn't say what it was. It was like, let's have some of that then. And we got it and we were like eating it. It was really
crunchy,
nice ginger soy marinade. It's like, I told him like, I think we're either eating guts right now or gizzard or something. And it was marinated chicken gizzards that we were just crunching.
Yeah, just randomly eating.
But I don't think that was too bad.
No, that wasn't too bad.
The sauce on that was good, but it was really crunchy. It was almost the same texture as the abalone.
Yeah. But actually even less. The abalone was
much
crazy crunchy.
Yeah, I've never had anything that crunchy.
Do you think it's gonna gush? No. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, it's really hard to open this with a bottle. A water bottle. Come on.
Oh!
Whoa. Under pressure. Ginger. What is it? Belgian? Ginger beet.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. Aged in oak.
Yeah.
So this is the whole photo project from.
And they have really the photos are really beautiful. I mean, they were like
the brewery.
The whole brewery was
really nice,
pristine. I mean,
yeah, mint clean and everything. But what was amazing is how much they fit in there. They had like no space.
Yeah. And
how they packaged their beers was crazy. Basically, they don't have their packaging line in the same building that they have their fermentation vessels and their brew house. So they have a packaging vessel on wheels.
Yeah.
Which is like a 2,000 liter tank that they have to lift with a forklift out of the brewery and go to another location across the street to package.
Yeah.
And fill, and the lagers to fill, they have some huge outside lager tanks, like maybe 5,000 liters. I think maybe bigger. They're quite tall. So they have to take numerous times a day that tank and like move beer. Like crazy because they were in a small space.
Yeah. And we saw their original
brew house, which was a whole lot smaller. Yeah. They got a new one a couple of years ago.
They used that for like, what, 28 years?
Yeah.
Something like that.
No. 28 years, it's maybe... Did you say 8 years ago they got it? Maybe 20 years?
Yeah. 20 years they've been using quite small.
Yeah, very small system.
Yeah.
But yeah, very impressive how they're dealing with things and making things work and making beer. But that, like, very labelsome way of packaging must be...
Yeah.
And they were maxed out on space. There was no more space. No. It's one of the oldest craft breweries of Japan. I mean, they're 28 years old. So they've been around for a long time. Started by an old liquor shop owner, which is the father of Kaori and Mayu. I'm sorry, guys. We have a hard time remember.
Yeah.
It's something with them.
Yeah, something with them.
Mashigo. I can't remember.
No, I know.
I feel like.
But they were very welcoming, and you know.
Yeah, it took time to show us around. But their father started the brewery. He had a liquor store, and he decided one day that they were gonna make beer, and opened the brewery in one of the first breweries in Japan, craft breweries in Japan. And then, as sisters, they've taken over the brewery, which is
pretty cool.
Really cool family-owned business. So, this is part of their Batong series. Well, it smells really nice. It smells like a wild beet.
Oh, and you can really smell the photos as well.
Yeah, it's like has like creamy woodiness, and the ginger comes through nicely. Like a nice spicy ginger nuance, but there's still like coriander and citrus notes.
Yeah.
This is the most explosive aroma of all the beers so far.
That smells really nice.
But it doesn't smell like it's gonna be like wild.
No.
It just smells like it has some sourness to it.
It is like having that almost creamy,
creamy vanilla oakiness.
Yeah, exactly.
Creamy wood. Creamy wood. It smells really good. Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Really oaky. Loads of vanilla. Oaky vanilla. Heavy vanilla. Actually.
Yeah. A lot of vanilla.
And then the ginger overshines the like classic wit flavor, the wood as well. This is really good.
That's an interesting beer as well.
And it doesn't per se taste like super wild. It just has some sourness.
Yeah, but not a lot of sourness. I mean, not crazy sour.
No,
at all.
I mean, I think the classic American wild ale was less sour than American sours.
Yeah.
Was it Maori? Maybe her name was.
Yeah.
Maori.
You can look it up if you really want to know.
We need to look it up because I don't feel like being a dick not knowing names well enough. But that's really good. It's loads of creamy wood and then ginger. But it's not like sharp ginger. It's like ginger flavor.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it's if they use the peel.
Yeah. It smells more sour than you would think it is. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's really good. Really creamy oakiness. Mayuko. We almost got Mayuko and Kaori. Yeah, that's just being stupid Westerners. It's really that's probably the hardest thing about Japan is remembering place names and names.
Yeah.
Because we're not used to these kind of names.
No.
So you really need to think. Like Phil Brewing was easy. His name is not Phil, but he calls himself Phil. So I would say this is for sure the best beer of the tasting today. We should try and rank them as well. Before we wrap up this hotel live stream. So I will say number 1 is Baton.
Yeah.
Number 7, the ginger wheat. And what is number 2 then?
Probably monkey beer.
Actually, I think the Hedis.
Mm.
I think this is the top 3. Minos Baton, beets with ginger, Torn and Minos Hedis, and then Minos Monkey IPA. I think those are the best ones. And then I will actually say, of the rest,
Kevin?
is maybe a tie. This is how hard, but a tie between Minos Weizen and Kirin's Kinichiban. I really like Kinichiban.
Yeah, it's a fine beer.
It's a nice macro lager, I must say. I think the IPAs from Chorio are also nice, but they have flavor compared to the Mino beers.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents. But I think the must-try breweries of Japan we've tried so far has been, as we said previously, Mino, Phil Brewing, the other one from Okinawa.
Yeah.
Maui.
Almost sounds Hawaiian. Maui.
I think it was Mahu.
Yeah.
West Coast Brewing, and then Uchu.
Yeah.
As well. Although Uchu we haven't tried here, Uchu we tried outside of Japan.
Yeah.
But
we're meeting up with them
in a couple days.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to the tap room, and then also a major shout out we have to give in this live stream is to Winton. If you guys have been watching the channel for years, you might remember a beer tuber by the name of Yuichi Tuba. Winton. Half Japanese, half American, who lived in the States, in San Francisco, who did beer reviews.
Yeah.
And he's the one who coined the term beer tuber. And Winton moved back to Japan a long time ago. He's quit all social media, beside his YouTube channel where he does mainly music videos now, where he like plays bass or sings and stuff like that because he's a musician and works as a teacher in Japan. And I didn't know how to get a hold of Winton, but I would love to meet up with him because I met up with him all the way back in 2012. When
you stayed with him as well?
I stayed in his apartment in San Francisco when I was on exchange in America. And we hadn't met since, and we did a beer crawl of San Francisco and Oakland and went to some of the tap rooms and breweries that were popular at the time. And it was so great. It was so much fun. And then we talked online, for a while and whatnot. And then I think when we were planning the original trip, I talked to him about meeting up, where he said we should meet up. And then this time I wanted to talk to him, and then he's deleted all social media. But he still had his YouTube account, so I had his email.
Yeah.
So we shot an email, and we got to hang out. His wife kindly invited us for dinner as well. So we got to go to a Japanese home for dinner and hang out and drink some beers. And
his family.
Drink some, and drink some homemade umeshu.
Umeshu, yeah.
Well, we didn't get to try the homemade. We tried some really good umeshu, but the homemade stuff was not ready.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun to sit and hang out and talk to Winton and talk about old YouTube days and talk about how the beer scene's changed and all these things. We spent a lot of time, better part of an evening there.
Yeah.
Before going to a fantastic beer bar, we also need to mention Pigale. Yeah. That's a great spot. A really, really nice European style beer bar with like European beers and Japanese beer. And we're meeting up with Winton in Tokyo again when we're going back.
Yeah.
On the next to final day.
Yeah.
Which will be very fun.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but I think that's about it for this live stream. We tried an array of Japanese macros and craft beers.
Yeah, there are no more questions.
No more comments.
If you have more comments, this is the final call.
Yeah. And we had a steady stream of 5 viewers. Yay! Look at my channel.
Yeah.
No, I guess it's because we're apart. Quite
time.
away from the bad timing. Again, this was announced yesterday, and we haven't been streaming for over a year.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, this will be, people can watch this afterward when we're finished, and you'll do some vlogging as well when you get home, probably.
Yeah, and try to do some kind of videos, and then we're going to try and bring back some Japanese beer. We're bringing back some really good sake. We need to do videos on for alcohol reviews. We visited a sake brewery in Takayama where we did a tour. It has some really good sake, and the umeshu or ume based drink they make here is amazing. It's with this pickled. Oh, it's not pickled. It's with a plum, which is actually an apricot. That you I think you pick them green and then you age it in spirit or whatever, and you make a drink out of it. And we went to the sake brewery, which was amazing because we had the full experience of like the varieties of Japanese sake besides the one that's milky white, which we've tried, which is, I can't remember what you call it.
No, I can't remember. And we tried the raw sake.
Yeah, that was the big thing. We tried raw sake, unfiltered, unpasteurized. It was really good, really full of flavor. And the thing is, there is an sake, which is called, what's it called?
Mine?
No, sake is not called sake in Japan.
Oh, I can't remember.
Something with S. I can't remember either. In Japan, sake is just a word for alcohol.
And for some reason, that's what confuses the airport when we had to declare the things.
Yeah, he asked if it was sake, but he meant alcohol. And he was like, yeah, it's sake. No, it's not sake. He was like, huh? And I was like, it's beer. Beer. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we have the raw sake, unfiltered, which is really
you good. Cannot get.
No,
almost. I mean, it can be shipped refrigerated, I guess, but you have to refrigerate it, else it will start to ferment
in the bottles. Because there's still residual sugar.
Yeah.
And sake is often in the West called a rice wine. But it's nothing to do with wine. It's much more close to beer. Yeah. It's more of a rice beer than it's a rice sake. Yeah. Because it's based of a grain, and you need enzyme activity to get sugars to ferment, and then you ferment it, and then in most cases age it, which they age pretty much all the sakes instead of the raw ones. They were the only ones that were not aged. Just the difference, like with beer, you get the enzymes from the malt. In sake, there's no enzyme on rice, and the rice you use are polished. And the higher the polish, the finer the sake, pretty much. And you can see the rice kernels when they're polished. They get like these small,
almost like beads. Yeah.
But you don't have any enzymes to make the starches in the rice into sugar. So you use koji, which is a culture of fungi that can convert the starches in the rice into sugar.
Yeah.
And then you ferment it with a yeast. It's very similar to beer yeast, but it's branched off into sake.
Yeah.
So it is actually not a rice wine.
It's a rice beer.
A rice beer, but it's stronger.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with wine.
No.
It's just, I think the reason why it's been called a rice wine in Europe is because of the strength.
Yeah.
Because if you ask someone who makes sake, you're not a sake maker. You're a brewer.
Yeah.
Because you brew a sake.
Exactly. It's similar like processes that goes.
Yeah. Kind of.
I mean, you still have that's still you steam rice and you have the filtering and everything as well.
Yeah, the fermentation and the conversion of sugar is the same as in beer. So the guide also is like, this is not close to wine, it's close to beer.
Yeah,
and it's true.
Yeah. Fun experience. I mean,
great.
If you have a chance to go to a sake brewery for a tour, definitely do it
because you're going to learn a lot.
Yeah.
And then
try some very good sake as well.
And this was the oldest brewery in the region. They can celebrate, and they're family owned. They're over 400 years old, and if the brewery has to be under the same name, the brewery can go on for a long heritage. But if you want to hold the same name, you need to have it to be family owned. Yeah. Because you can only keep your family brewery name if it runs in the family bloodline.
Yeah, because it's the last name basically.
Yeah. So if you, for example, sell it to someone, you
have to change
the name. So this was like 400 years old. They made a sake for their 400th anniversary. But we tried the raw sake, different sakes at polishing rates, how polished the rice were. Yeah. And they were really characterful. And there's so much difference. When you have a random cheap sake at an izakaya, they are like very light in flavor. But when you actually have them at the sake brewery,
that was delicious.
It has a lot of character, a lot of tropical fruit and floral notes and all kinds of things. That was the finest grade one, I think. Yeah. Yeah. We've got small bottles because. But I kind of regret I didn't buy a big bottle of the ume. But what was special about them as well is that they made their umeshu is often made of spirit and sugar, but they made it with sake. So it's a sake that's aged with plums. And I got the aged one, which was aged, I think it was for 3 years on the plums. Yeah. Which was insanely good. Yeah. It had like barrel aged flavor, like almost like cognac flavor, and almond and vanilla. It was so good. And then we also tried where they aged the sake with yuzu. And then we also tried one where they used a different regional rice than their own local regional, because apparently the regional rice they used were a little bit too characterful for sake competitions. Yeah. So they made one that was more polished, refined, and cleaner for competition sake. That won some awards, but their local grain sake tasted much better. Yeah. But that was
in Yokohama.
No. No.
What was it?
Takayama.
Takayama. Yes. Which was basically the best place we've been so far, almost.
Yeah, I think Takayama and Shirakawa has been the best.
Yeah, that's the most beautiful and cool place.
And the little hot spring village with it. Yeah. It was in the countryside. Yeah. That's what people have been telling us before going. Yeah. Go to the countryside. It's going to be much better.
Do that.
Very cool, very unique.
I mean, the big cities are cool and there's a lot of things to do, but I mean, if you want a cool, like authentic Japanese experience and have a beautiful, like scenery, go to the countryside. Yeah. That's what we learned so far as well.
Yeah. And we have no more countryside.
No more countryside
was that.
Yeah.
So, and I could definitely spend more than a day in Takayama and doing
Yeah,
cruise trips. There's so many areas there, but that's just one. That's in the Japanese Alps, and that's just one area where it's really pristine and nice looking. Like there's many rural areas that is a must visit, but it's the first trip, so we have to do the Golden Route.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Plus, Golden Route Plus.
Yeah, we'll come back sometime.
And also Nagoya, people say it's boring. It's worth a visit because they got some fucking great deals. So hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. This was fun. We're gonna sign out and eat some snacks.
I drank it all, but I can still say cheers.
Cheers, and hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. See you when we're back in Denmark.
Yeah. Now we have to figure out the technical part of closing down the
get up
time
and press stop. And did we have a last minute questions?
Sake for your Advent show then.
No, that deserves single because it's really good.
That's true. That's true.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah,
this
cheers.
was fun. Cheers from Japan. Where do I press stop?
You shut down your phone.
There. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Do you really want to turn off the live stream? Yes. Cheers.